They brought in a sculpture, a demonic evil sculpture, and buried it under the sea, a mermaid, what looks like a mermaid. And they buried it along the north coast in the region of St. James, Montego Bay.
St. James fisherfolk and business operators have been hit hard by what they described as the most bizarre flooding event they have seen in decades.
This evil moved by these people of evil, and these activities that they are using and putting in the sea is creating the uproar, and that which have created the uproar in the Montego Bay and along the coast to Negril. Jamaica is playing with fire. Jamaica is playing with God. Jamaican people have turned away from the true and living God, worshiping tables, altars, images. They put an image under the sea on the north coast, and the north coast will feel the powers of the sea rising. Jesus Christ Almighty. Jamaica, you ain't seen nothing yet.
I have to call it like a freak hurricane. It lasted about half an hour to an hour.
It's not just the hoteliers reeling from the effects.
I see rough sea, this one here past everyone I see. This one is really rough.
Of Jamaica.
Negril is a forgotten entity. We're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea.
Shamela Pullen, TVJ News.
I see the tsunami. I see Jamaica underwater. I see trouble.
Jamaica, is this what we really want before we can turn to the true and living God? Man, Jamaica, we have to turn. We have to fight the demons. We have to fight the devils, and we have to choose righteousness. Every single time the people of God has turned away from God in such a way that we have turned from God in Jamaica to worship idols and devils and demons and witchcraft workers and all of these false gods, every single time that happens in the Bible, the judgment of God is always present unless that nation turns. So why Jamaica is still playing stiff-neck and is finding it difficult to turn to God? Why the ministers, these priests of this day and age, are failing to come together and to put down whoever has more members and come together as the church of God and cry out to God together, not one person doing something here and another one in patches and pieces. Yes, we do appreciate those persons, but we need a collective effort. It's one God we have in Jesus Christ, and we are one. We are called to be one in Christ. So it's time for us to put away the foolishness and the pride that Satan has within many of us and come together, because the blind cannot lead the blind, and so many persons are blind. They do not see what's happening, and they're gravitating towards these gatherings and this devil worship in the nation, and they're blindly following these politicians who have just been taking care of their own households and their friends, their small circles, and persons are still loyal to them. So we see that persons are not changing, and these are spiritual attacks, and persons are under heavy demon possession without even knowing, based on what is happening. And the worst part is our younger generation is a majority of them is taking on to these sort of lifestyles.